guys, welcome back to my channel and to a video all about time-saving mum hacks, because as a busy person or a busy parent, we only have 24 hours in the day and we actually probably need more than that sometimes. So today I'm going to share with you a few hacks that I do that help me to save time and get everything done. So I hope you really enjoy this video. I feel like a few of the hacks I have shared in the past, but I always think it's good to be reminded of them. So I hope you really enjoy this video. If you do, give it a big like. And if you're new around here, I would absolutely love you to consider subscribing. But with all that said, let's get into my time-saving mum hacks. So my first tip is to wake up before your kids, and I don't want you to click off. I'm not talking about waking up at 5 a.m. or hours before them. I am literally saying like 20 minutes, 15 minutes before them, just so you can like wash your face, get dressed, do a few things for yourself, maybe even have a cup of coffee in peace before the morning madness. This makes such a difference because as soon as the kids get up, they're going to be asking you for breakfast, they're going to be asking you questions, they're going to need you. So even just waking up a little bit before them and getting yourself a little bit organized can make such a difference. I actually did try waking up at 5 a.m. for about a week and it killed me. Yes, you can get loads done, but then if you're tired for the rest of the whole day, it is kind of counterproductive. So just waking up like half an hour before, 15 minutes before can be amazing. And that leads me on to my second tip, which is to avoid social media in the morning because it is such a time zapper. It is so easy to just have a look and then lose minutes by scrolling. And especially now that I do have a teenager, I'm like heightened to the fact that I need to set a good example for him. So if you can avoid going on your phone, just morning craziness, that, maybe even when everyone's ready to go, then you can have a look. But it's such a time zapper. While I am talking about smoother mornings, I wanted to say to get everything ready the night before. And I know I've said this a million times on this channel in every evening routine video. I actually say it so much that in a video a few months ago, I asked you guys to help me come up with a saying, because I'm always talking about how just 10 minutes at night is worth so much more the next morning. So my viewers came up with 10 minutes at night is worth an hour in the light. And that is so true. You can quickly get all the clothes ready, all like the bags ready, everything you're going to need for every club really easily at night. But then if you try to do it in the morning with all the chaos, it takes ages, if that makes any sense. So it is so worth just getting it all sorted the night before for the kids, but also you could lay out what you're gonna wear, get yourself ready, and it just makes for such an easier morning. My next tip is that progress is better than perfection. So if you have a big task or project or something that you want to get done, don't wait until you can do it perfectly. Just start it and progress with it. And that can work for things around the house. And it's actually quite a tricky one because now with social media where everything can be curated and look perfect, it's tempting to procrastinate on something if you don't think it will look perfect. But say last year we cleaned our garage and we reorganized it. I actually shared that on social media and I did get quite a few comments saying, it's not like perfectly organized, but the fact is we cleaned it and it was so much easier to use and it still was a million times better than when we started. Progress is better than perfection and at least it's done. My next time-saving mum hack is to have folders on your phone for different things. So almost like priority folders or go-to folders for things like party invitations, even passports, national insurance number, your driving license. You can take pictures of all those kinds of things, put them in a folder which you can actually password protect if you want to. Or I also like to have folders to do with the kids' schools, so I'll have like all of the term dates in there. So if Matt's ever like thinking about booking something and he says, what are the term dates, I can get them in an instant and it just saves me so much time. And if you are prone to procrastinating, something I really like to use is the do not disturb setting on my phone. So you can just pull down, choose do not disturb, and it means that you won't get any notifications or texts when you're trying to concentrate on something. So if you're working on a project, or for me, when I'm filming, I will put it on do not disturb, and then I know that I won't be constantly interrupted. But something that I really like about that setting is that you can make it work for you. So if you go to settings, focus and then do not disturb. You can set it up so that your favorites in your contacts can still call if they need you. So for me, I've set it up so like the kids' schools can get through, my husband can get through, my son can get through. Also, it will automatically allow repeated calls to get through. So if someone tries to call you twice within 3 minutes, it will let the call actually come through in case it's an emergency. But yeah, you can set it all up to suit you, and it's such a game changer because, you know, we're constantly getting notifications. You can turn them off as well, but you know, it is distracting. And my next hack is to speed clean. I know I've talked about this one a million times before, but personally, it really works for me. Nothing speeds me up as much as setting a timer. And even if I set a timer for just 15 minutes, 10 minutes, you will be amazed at how much you can actually get done in that time. If I have a bit more time, I like to do a power hour, so I will set an alarm for in an hour and I will just run around and do as much as possible. But if I look at my kitchen and it is just a total mess, it can be quite overwhelming. Whereas if you're like, okay, I'm just gonna set a timer for 10 minutes, see what I can get done, and that's all I'm gonna do, it just makes you think, oh, it's only 10 minutes, but then often I will get it all done, or by the end of the 10 minutes, if I'm nearly done, I will just finish it off, and it works every time. I love it so much, so I would totally recommend it to you guys. My next tip is to food shop online if you can, and I know this is such a simple tip, but it saves me so much time because once you order from a supermarket once, it will remember all of the products that you ordered, and it makes it even quicker the next time. So you can just go on plus all of the products that you already know and love and order, you know, often, and it makes it really quick and easy. And both me and my husband have the supermarket app, so throughout the week we can both be adding to the shop just as and when things run out, and it makes our lives so much easier. And a tip for when you do actually physically need to go to the shops and run errands is to try and group them together. So rather than go to the post office one day and then to the shops the next day and then to the butcher's the next day or wherever you go, it's just trying to group it all together so you can kind of get it all done in one morning. Obviously there's a lot we can order online now, but if you do physically need to pop out, try and group it all together, like post your vintage parcels at the same time as you pick up a birthday card, say. But this year I've actually gone one step further with the birthday cards, and I'm now thinking, what else can I do this with? But I bought all of the birthday cards that I'm gonna need for the entire year. So everyone's birthdays, anniversaries, Valentine's Day, Mother's Day cards, all of it I've bought for 2025. And I bought a really cute card folder storage thing. And I just feel so organized. It didn't take that long. I just wrote down all the events that I have for the year, you know, who's having a baby, who's having a birthday, got it all written down, and I feel so organized. I think I spent about £45 for all of the cards for the whole year, and that I know it's going to save me outings because normally I will like panic run to the shops and pick up a card for this and that, and now I just know I've got it all there, it's organized, it's in the cupboard. My next tip is to outsource things that you don't want to do if you have the resources and you don't have the time. I feel like people can be quite critical. They definitely can online and maybe even in real life if you can't do it all yourself. Like I remember when I had my third baby, I shared on this channel that I'd actually got a cleaner once a week because I was struggling so much. You know, I had 3 children under the age of 5 and I was like, guys, I can't cope. And I couldn't believe some of the comments that people were like really like penalizing me for that, and I was like, no, I physically can't do everything. But I feel like that kind of culture is just so not. And my next tip is to meal plan and meal prep. Again, I have made so many videos about this subject, but meal planning each week can save you time, it can save you money, and it can save you calories as well. So it's very easy to do. Matt and I normally just sit on the couch on a Sunday. We might be watching something and I'll go, what do you want for dinner? Because we need to do that online shop. And we'll just say, we actually have a bit of a system, like most Mondays we have salmon, rice and peas. Most Sundays we have a roast. Most Thursdays the kids want chicken and quesadillas. So we have a few like staples. And then I also sometimes get HelloFresh or subscription boxes to make my life even easier. But just by writing down what we're going to have this week, it stops the what's for dinner question, because I'll write it on a little board that we have. And then if the kids want to know what's for dinner, they can just check the board. Sometimes I'll even ask them for their input. I'll say, okay, do you want to choose a meal this week? Jackson will often choose curry. You know, someone will often choose spaghetti bolognese, and it just makes it so easy. I just write it all down, get the ingredients, and we know where we are. And also for busy club nights, it's not a panic then, because I'll just choose a 10-minute meal for that night. And if I ever do have a few hours free, say on an afternoon, I love to meal prep for the week. So all that is making meals ahead. So maybe you'll make a big batch of chili, you'll make a chicken pie, you'll make some muffins for breakfast or snacks, you'll make, you know, things that are just gonna make your life a bit easier. Like even if you don't have loads of time to do a full meal prep for the week, just doing things like washing and cutting up fruit and veg can make such a huge difference. If I just prep the grapes and prep, cut up peppers, cut up carrots, I do find that me and the kids are more likely to reach for those things because it's all ready to go and it makes it really, really quick. And another mum hack that I love when it comes to meals is to batch cook. And this is great because it can almost be like a rolling thing that you do. Say if you're making a spaghetti bolognese, why not double or triple the ingredients to make your life easier in the future? You can make a huge batch, enjoy some that night, but then freeze a couple of more portions for the future when, you know, you've had a crazy day and you just want to make your life a little bit easier. This works so well with things like bolognese, chili, curry, you know, things like that. And it's also great because you only like mess up the kitchen, mess up the pots and pans the once, and then the next time when you get it out, it's so much easier. So yeah, whenever you're meal planning, think to yourself, you know, are any of these meals ones that I could actually batch cook? And a hack that works really well for my kids is to get them to fold their own clothes. Laundry is the bane of my life. We constantly have laundry going in this house. So after I pull it out from the tumble dryer, it's actually so much easier to just throw the clothes into piles and then give them to the kids, and they can actually be responsible for folding their own clothes. Not only is this giving them life skills and responsibilities, but it's also making your life so much easier because it cuts down on the amount that you have to fold. And another clothing hack that works really well, because I have 3 boys, but it also might work for you if you also have loads of hand-me-downs in your house. When it comes to things like pants and socks, it can be really tricky when you're doing the laundry, especially when your kids get to like similar sizes. So now I will buy all of the 8-year-old pants in like a camo design, all of the 11-year-old pants in like stripes, and then all of the 14-year-old pants in like a block color. And then when you actually hand it down, they're all like the same design, and it makes it really easy. Sorry, my dog's just walked in. It makes it really easy when you're doing the laundry and sorting out the clothes to just know, okay, camo, that's yours, stripes, that's yours, block color, that's yours. And it works really well with school socks as well. So it's just a little thing that I do that saves me so much time. My next hack is to load the dishwasher in a way that makes it really easy to unload. This might sound random, but it works so beautifully when you're in the full flow with it. So say when you're putting things into the dishwasher, keep all of the plates together, the cups together, but more importantly, the utensils. So have all the knives together, the forks together, and the spoons. I know this might sound weird, but when you then go to unload it, it is just like one handful and then straight into the drawer, one handful of forks straight into the drawer. And now that we've done it for ages, the kids are on board with it, my husband does it, and it just makes unloading the dishwasher such a quick job. So I know it sounds weird, but it works. And the last little hack that I wanted to share with you is to have like a little repertoire of very easy dinners that you can do. I know I've talked about meals quite a lot, but one dinner that my kids love so much, and it takes literally 10 minutes to make, is chicken and quesadillas. So I tend to always have the refried beans that I'm gonna need in stock for quesadillas, and I've also always got cheese. I've almost always got wraps as well, so that makes it really, really quick to do just chicken. We normally do like some teriyaki sauce on it, and then quesadillas, and my kids love it so much, but it also actually makes my life easier. Okay guys, those are all of the time-saving hacks that I wanted to share with you guys today, but of course I would love to know any of your own in the comments down below. I swear you guys always have the best ideas, the best hacks, so please share them because I'm sure everyone would love to read those. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.